Today is a very special day in the Spider-Man 2000 community, which is the 20th anniversary of the original PlayStation version. So as a small celebration, I will be conducting an interview with Krystalgamer, who developed probably the most famous tool for the game, the custom texture loader. After that, I will share my own experience and story with the game, and then I will explain what this channel will bring in terms of Spider-Man content in the future. Enjoy. Hello, good sir.
Sorry for the wait, I completely mixed the dates, sorry.
Yes. Shall we begin?
Yeah.
Question 1. What was your first introduction to Spider-Man 2000, and what's your overall opinion on the game?
My first introduction was when I was small. I got the game for the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2. And I barely passed the first mission of the game until a few years later I got into the Venom chase mission, and then I was super happy and I just got stuck in the elevator mission. Yeah, that was my introduction. I had no opinion on the game because I had never finished until a friend of mine showed me the end on Nintendo 64. So yeah, but I think the game is good overall. The storyline is entertaining, and yeah, it's a great game.
When and how did you get into programming and reverse engineering games?
I don't know, I was around. So programming and reverse engineering were two different steps. So I think I got into programming when I was like 12 or something. I got a PSP and I wanted to install a custom firmware to play shit and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I started to I wanted to make stuff for the PSP. And yeah, I built some Hello World applications and such, and that was what got me into programming. And reverse engineering I got like 2015 or something. So I joined these forums called Unknown Cheats, and mostly because I wanted to download hacks for CSGO. I had some alt accounts. And then I started to make my own hacks for the game. And then I moved on to bigger and other stuff. Like my first big reverse engineering project was probably reverse engineering Pokemon World Online's game server. Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was like a full week of me just going at it, and I managed to get a proof of concept.
What inspired you to reverse Spider-Man 2000 in particular?
Oh yeah, there's the Venom chase level and the Mysterio levels. Jesus Christ. So, first of all, the Venom chase level, you just run out of the window if you don't have a FPS lock. And the second thing was on the Mysterio level. Mysterio was like a fucking machine gun just going at you. Like, I don't know, he will just do a 360 with a laser and hit you every single time. I was super pissed. So I made the first save game editor. And I thought I could use it for the PlayStation 1 to do an exploit with save games, but I never tried it. After that, I saw there was some kind of modding community around it, like you and Solid Snake. You were posting videos, but I was super pissed off because no one was sharing anything. So I decided that I had to take initiative, because the other modding scene I was somewhat involved in was with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden One's Memory, and it was a PlayStation 1 game too. Like, there was a Brazilian team that hoarded all the progress and just released mods sporadically, which was annoying as fuck. So if I really wanted to get to know more of the game, it was annoying as fuck because I had to do the same thing that they had done. So that's why I started the Spidey Tools repository, and yeah, after all, it's just keep grinding on the game.
Do you think that there should be a Spider-Man 2000 remaster or remake?
Remaster or remake?
Yeah.
Not really, because I don't see many people interested in the game. I think there should be a way to fix the bugs and play it on modern machines, but like that game is not that big. Like it's been proven by Activision that you can release crap Spider-Man games and they still sell. So fanbase is not big enough and the publishers don't care. So that's why we got so many bad releases until PS4.
What are your overall opinions on the sequel Enter Electro?
Oh, Enter Electro. I played it on the PSP and I found it super annoying, especially the mechanic where you have to pull stuff with the web was one of the worst mechanics. Like, I hated that shit. The levels were not fun, and they were way too repetitive. Like, in for example, the hammerhead, it felt like a rhino with a gun. Like, it was not fun. Like, it's cool. It's a sequel, but if you're expecting to get the same enjoyment as the first one, you're not getting. But it's still a Spider-Man 2000 game. Knowing what I know now about what Vicarious Visions had to go through, that how tight the development was, like, I'm not hating on them. I'm more hating on Activision of being just pushing the deadlines. And then, of course, they had the September 11th problem, which had to delay another month to sell for them. So yeah, I'm not surprised the game ended like that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on those. Now, next question. Do you ever plan to branch out into different types of content other than video games?
I don't know what... Are you talking about YouTube or...
Yeah, like YouTube. Like, do you ever plan to do, like, different types of content?
Like, this is not my first YouTube channel. I have other YouTube channels where I posted stuff. I started on YouTube, like, super young. Like, when I was 8 years old, I posted Club Penguin shit. And then I moved... Yeah, so there were a ton of fake videos when I was young. Like, I don't know if you've played Club Penguin, but there were like some famous penguins like Rockhopper, Antarctic, and whatever.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I played that game. That was great.
Yeah, branching out, I don't know. I don't see myself with a YouTube career, but I'll just post whatever I like.
Fair enough. Alright, what's your opinion on the Spider-Man 2000 community, like, as a whole?
As a whole, like, there's a ton of people that are super talented and make skins. I just wish that more people I don't know, produced content. Just wish more people were involved in creating stuff. Like, one big thing that I dislike about the community, but I see that it's mostly a Discord thing, because I see that in other servers too, is that I have already talked about this, but every online community, but this can be seen a lot in Discord, because, I don't know, it's mostly younger people, younger generations. But the internet and everything is constituted about two groups, the creators and the leechers. The problem is that when there's not enough creators, or the creators are not creating enough, and the leechers start getting annoyed, they start saying, oh, the server is dead, and that's really annoying for the people that create stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Because everyone can create content. It's not like, so I made this tool that allows you to create skins, so go make a skin if you think there's not enough. So that was like the ideology that most communities I was in had when I was younger. So if there was, like, if I want to do something and I have the tools, then I'll just make it, even though it's crap. Someone else will just pick up the work and improve a little. But especially in Discord, I see a lot of people just being like, "Oh God, this is dead." It's insulting. Yeah, there's a lot of cool people too, and that understand what I'm doing, which is awesome.
It would definitely be nice to see more Spider-Man 2000 like content creators. Will there ever be a Krystalgamer face reveal?
Krystalgamer face reveal?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have it planned for any near future, but I'd say no. There's nothing inherent about my face that will help the content or change the game at all. Like, I understand that in the term of the YouTube sphere, that like there's big creators that produce a ton of content and then people are hyping their face reveal, but I don't see myself as a YouTube content creator as like I do upload regularly, but those are my streams, so it doesn't really count. But no, I don't see myself doing YouTube, so there's no reason for a face reveal. But yeah, I don't have anything to gain from that too. Just like, oh, he looks like that. Okay.
Very true. What is your proudest achievement in reverse in Spider-Man 2000?
Reversing Spider-Man 2000?
So like maybe like tools you've made or like stuff you've accomplished.
Oh god, this will sound bad as fuck because it's so old, but I'll probably say the texture loader. It's a miracle. Like I've said, is like the first version, how it even worked. Like I rewrote it like 1 year or 2 years later, and I was just stumbling upon bugs and bugs. And because it had so many bugs, they were just covering each other. It was so bad. It was a miracle that it even worked. I really liked writing it, and I did it after, like, it was great. I came from vacation, I just finished the thing, I made a video, and yeah. Then ton of people started making skins, which was great.
Yeah, your own texture loader is definitely like one of my favorite, and probably like the community's most favorite like tool.
Yeah, like I made a shit ton of tools, but like out of all the tools that I've made, like people never used the texture repacker. Thank God, because that was bad. Like if you followed the history, the reason the texture loader even exists is it's because the textures are compressed and we have a limited palette of colors. And I was like, fuck that. We have modern computers. It's not like we still need to compress the textures like hell. So I made the texture loader. If it was fine, people will just be using the texture repacker. But yeah.
Where do you think you would be if you never got into programming?
If I never got into programming,
Yes.
Jeez. I will probably be, like, I'm now following an engineering career, like finishing my studies in university. I'll probably be a doctor or something like that, because I'm a good student, so I could choose whatever my career was. And so my parents wanted me to be a doctor. I was like, no, I like engineering, I like programming and stuff. So I went to engineering. But I'll probably be a doctor because I had no idea what I wanted to be. And what happens here in Portugal is that if you have good grades, just be a doctor. It's not like you can do other stuff.
What's your favorite Spider-Man game? Like out of everyone?
Oh god, so although I'm a Spider-Man fan, I didn't play many Spider-Man games. Like for example, I enjoyed Spider-Man Friend or Foe because I liked to play with my brother, and like we only had the PlayStation, so we had to wait turns. But with Friend or Foe, it was great. We could play both of us. But I'd say like I never played Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 2 until a few weeks ago, and I don't really like the swinging of that game. So I'd say my favorite is like Ultimate Spider-Man. I like the swinging of that game. I can chill with that game. It's a controversial opinion, but I like Ultimate Spider-Man better than Spider-Man 2. Like, it's so easy to swing, and it feels good to swing in that game. Like, I was not expecting that Spider-Man 2 was hard, but yeah. It's Ultimate Spider-Man.
I actually kind of agree with you. I've never played Spider-Man 2, but yeah, I definitely enjoy Ultimate Spider-Man. What's your favorite Spider-Man movie?
Movie? Oh, definitely Into the Spider-Verse. Jesus Christ, that was a great movie. There's no comparison. Into the Spider-Verse was just a great movie overall. I don't tend to rewatch movies, so since I've watched the Raimi movies a long time ago, I don't really remember them. But yeah, Into the Spider-Verse was just a great movie. From the starting to the end, I really enjoyed it.
Alright, now for your final main question, it is, what is your end goal for reversing the game?
Oh, I've talked about this, but my goal is port it to new platforms and also fix the bugs. And like the thing is also opening the game for more mods, because it will just be easier if the whole game is understood. And because the game has some weird quirks, and I was just getting tired of trying to do something and stumbling upon another problem. So with the game reversed, anyone can open the game, and one thing that I want to remove is that I don't want people to have reverse engineering knowledge to mess with the game. So if you are just learning C or whatever, you can just get into the game and modify it. With the current status of the game, you need to know like some assembly or have IDA or stuff like that, or Ghidra, which is free. And that is really a roadblock for most people. People struggle a lot with programming at the start, so with reversing, that's like it's like a double-edged sword.
Alright, now we have some bonus questions from the Anganoff Discord server, which you guys at home can join. Link in the description.
Some nice play.
Yeah. Troop asks, can you prove that you're not a robot sent by Mark Zuckerberg?
No, I can prove that. Sadly. Or yeah, that's a good question. I can prove that. Sadly, I need to make a face reveal for that.
Alright, now Ragno or Ragnar asks, why put K instead of C in your name?
The story behind my name, it's weird. Like I was playing Counter-Strike Source for the people that really know the game, the V34, so the no Steam version. And I had the name, like it was in Portuguese servers, but the name was that guy. And the dude was like, "Oh, I can make you a cool nick." Because there was this like blog that had all these Russian and Greek characters. And the dude, yeah, I'll make you a cool name. So he just sent me like 2 hours later letters like from different alphabets, but like people thought it was cool letters. People didn't know it was Russian letters. It was just a cool name. And it was Crystal. I said, "Oh, cool name." So I just started using that. But later I came to know that it was a professional Counter-Strike Source player. So it's not completely original, but I like the name Crystal, so I stuck with it. It's not even my creation, my name. To someone that handed it over to me, so.
Virgin Will asks, can you put your arms in your mouth while you dance the ZZ Copter?
What the?
I'm not sure. I'll actually look that up. ZZ Copter.
Yeah.
What the hell? It looks like some foreign song. I'm not sure what it is. Okay, I think we'll skip that one.
Mm-hmm.
Laurie asks, when will you do a cock rating?
Cock rating?
Yeah.
So when will I do a cock rating? Sorry, I don't rate cocks.
Oh, what really?
Yeah.
This really special guy called Krystalgamer asks, how can he live with such a big penis? Now, can you answer that?
Yes, I can answer that. Yeah, you just gotta learn to tug it along your leg, and that's how you live with it.
His drags on the floor.
No, just to wrap it around your leg. It kinda constrains the
snake.
blood flow, but yeah,
Leg goes purple after a bit.
yeah, kinda sucks, but yeah.
Someone called 100 underscore asks, how did you get the Avenger beta codes?
Well, I can't answer that right now. I already said I can answer that in the future, not now. But yeah, it was Square Enix just being dummies. It's not something that's special, like it's just them being dummies.
Alright, well, I think that is everything.
Alright.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you for your time too.
Hopefully we can do something like this again soon.
Okay,
Alright, we'll see you, man.
see you, man.
Again, thank you Crystal for letting me do this interview with you, and be sure to like this video if you want to see more stuff with him. Now it is time to share my own experience with Spider-Man 2000. So when I was around 7, maybe younger, I was gifted a PC with multiple games, like Lego Batman, Toy Story 2, Iron Man, and one of those games was the PC port to Spider-Man 2000, which I still have my original copy of. The game was pretty easy to me at the time, which was probably because I was playing it on kid mode. I had no real issues beating the levels, except for Monster Rock. I wasn't afraid of him like all the other kids' stories, but I can never understand how the level worked since I was used to playing with the camera behind Spidey. Shortly after that, I guess a Windows update happened and I wasn't able to play any of the levels after Scorpion due to the window bug. Sadly, past me had no idea about the cheat codes for the game, so I could skip the level and play the rest, so obviously I gradually lost interest in the game. Between 2017 and 2018, I became fascinated with the mods created for the game by Solid Snake 11, in which I proceeded to bug him for how he did it and for him to release his stuff. Obviously that didn't work, and for good reason. Big Rig was here, who ported the models to the source engine, ended up telling me about the PKR3 editor, which gave me access to changing the game's files, making some terrible mods. You may think that this channel started off with crappy Spider-Man 2000 mods, but it was actually LEGO Doctor Who stop motions and a few edits which have been privatized for the good of this world. But yeah, after that the rest is history. I got into animation and first started out with Gmod and SFM, and that did really well. As for my opinion on the game and its legacy, it's amazing. It was the first ever 3D Spider-Man game and it set the standard for all future Spidey games. The game was clearly developed with love and care, as many Easter eggs and references are littered throughout it, especially in What If mode. You may be wondering if I agree with Crystal on how there shouldn't be a remaster, and I'm sort of on the mixed side. It would be great to see the levels and characters with modern graphics and get a full high quality version of its banger soundtrack, but converting its controls, physics, limited size maps, and other limitations would be a challenge. As for if a remaster will happen, I doubt it, but it's still possible since another Neversoft classic released around the same time as Spidey just got remade this year, which I'm really excited for. Spider-Man and Marvel in general do have a lot of issues with licensing though, so there is that massive roadblock for even just starting the project. So do I think we'll get one? Maybe, but probably not. As of this upload, I have created over 160 videos centered around Spider-Man 2000, and with its 20th anniversary here, I feel like it's a good time to stop having it be the main focus on my channel. I've met a lot of great people from this game, like RRAS The Universe, Super Swim Team 7, and Symbiotic Wolfcat, who I met on my holiday to America. The game kickstarted my channel tremendously, there's no doubt about that, but I can't have it be the main focus on my channel forever, so I'm gonna start properly making other content, such as animations about different topics. And I've been heavily considering getting into motion capture for faster production and a level of quality. Comment down below if you have any suggestions on what I should do to replace Spider-Man 2000 on this channel. If something big in the community happens, like the soundtrack gets released or new unseen content gets discovered, I'll probably do something about it, but this is indeed my proper farewell to the game. Thank you.